Thanks for joining us. We had the first semi-final a little bit early on, but we'll come back to that later as the action gets underway here. And Jurongville taking a quick early lead. Darwisi with the serve, and it's Hendry trying to return that. Can't quite connect with that strike. Mulyadi looking for that spike, mistiming it. 3-0 to Jurongville. That was just in though. Queensway picking up a point on that serve. That was in. Much to the disappointment of Jurongville's first regu. Arkish, the instep, looking to set it up once again. He's completely mishit that, but they get the point. So Queensway Secondary School 2 points on the board now in this first set, as Mulyadi serves it straight into the net. Arkish, very clear communication. Set up Mulyadi, who spikes it into the net. Jurongville racing away into a 5-2 lead. Will be their serve now. Muhammad Darwizi looking to serve. Wasn't quite happy with the height of the ball played into him by Rizvi. Good serve by Darwisi, kept alive by Mulyadi. Akid into the number one, Rizvi, and the point going to Queensway Secondary School. It's closed up that gap. It was 2-5. Now it's 4-5 with Queensway to serve. Put far too much on that Rizvi. We'll hopefully have an exciting contest here ahead of us between Jurongville Secondary and Queensway Secondary, as Darwisi just lets that one run out of play. Teams, just as in the first semi-final, these teams as well just wrapped up round robin stages in the quarterfinals. That stage ended yesterday on the 19th. And the serve that goes long. Jurongville going to a 7-5 lead. Quarterfinals wrapping up. Round robin quarterfinal stage wrapping up yesterday. And back in action here today. All raring to go, and it's Jurongville who opened up a 3-point gap in this first set of the first regu. Hendry. A bit tricky for Mulyadi to deal with that. The timeout is called by Queensway's coach, Ahmad bin Tapri. Want to try and settle the nerves a little bit in this timeout. Made a few unforced errors on their part, giving easy points away to Jurongville. We've opened up that 4-point gap now, 9-5. That's Jurongville's coach, Muhammad Syed bin Sarpin, passing on his wisdom and his knowledge to his first regu. Queensway Secondary, it actually finished just behind Marsiling Secondary. We're in action in the first semi-final. Marsiling actually lost out to Bartley, so we do have our first finalist already decided. Bartley Secondary School have made their way into the final of the competition. They'll be waiting for the winners of this one. Whereas Queensway Secondary in the Group X of the quarterfinal stages, finishing just behind Marsiling Secondary. 2 wins for Queensway, enough in the group to see them through into this stage. Jurongville Secondary, meanwhile, finished top of their quarterfinal Group Y, just ahead of the other finalists, Bartley Secondary School. Back underway in this first set. Darwizi with a serve. Arkish, the number 10. Going to keep it alive. Just played over the net onto the other side by Mulyadi. Nice header there by Rizvi. Very smart play by Rizvi. Jurongville's number 1. Mulyadi to serve for Queensway Secondary School. He's done very well there, Akit. Rizvi with another header. Arkish has been pretty steady with those returns. It looked like it might just have hit the edge of the court, you know. I think Darwizi wasn't too sure. Decided he needed to try and keep that one alive. It's given the point to Queensway Secondary School. That is just wide though. That is just wide from Mulyadi's serve. Chance to make amends. Let's serve that went wide. Mulyadi once again. Darwizi. Not quite the connection on the header that he would have liked. Sending it well away from boundaries of the court. A lot of intensity on the sidelines here. Jurongville coach Mohammad Syed trying to iron out any potential mistakes he might be seeing from his regu. A point to Jurongville now. 12-7. It's 3 away from picking up the first set. Darwizi to serve. Mulyadi. And again, it's another good block by Rizvi. Times the block well there. He's actually been very clever in his attacking play as well, Rizvi. Been smart with his blocking, his defending. The attacking side of it, we saw a really neat header. Caused a few issues for Queensway. That's a brilliant spike by Mulyadi though. Plenty of pace and power behind that. That's much better from Mulyadi. Unfortunately, he can't make it 2 points in a row. It's a simple giveaway on that service. Jurongville, point away from winning this first set. Akit. Enough of header. To be fair, it's just launched straight into Akit's head. Tried to do his best in that situation to keep it alive. Better from Mulyadi and Akit there. Rizvi. Wonderful spike finish by Rizvi to take the point that they need. 15-9. Jurongville take the first set. They'll switch sides now. That'll be Queensway coming to play closer to us on the near side of the court here. They're white and pink tops, black shorts. Jurongville on the far side playing in yellow and black. As a reminder, they finished top of their quarterfinal group, ahead of Bartley Secondary School. And if they win this one, they could be meeting their quarterfinal group opponents once again. Now, Remember that you can keep up to date with all that's going on in the National School Games by visiting us at the following website there, go.gov.sg/NSG. Plenty going on. Lots of sports. We've got table tennis, badminton, Sepaktakraw. It's all happening. Volleyball as well. It's great to see school sport games coming back, and the student athletes getting an opportunity to not just train, but get an opportunity to come out and compete against each other, test themselves out against some of the best at this level. We are at the national semi-final stage as well, national level, so you're competing against the best in the country. Lots of events going on at various schools across Singapore. Try and keep you covered with our coverage of all these events as much as we can. Some accompanied by commentary as well, just like this one here. So go to their website, follow up on what's going on. Believe me, there's plenty to look forward to and to look ahead to as well. The first semi-final then started off at 1:30 p.m. between Marsiling and Bartley. Bartley winning the first regu quite comfortably, in fact, 15-8, 15-7, taking those first two sets. The second regu, Marsiling, was so important for them to win that one, prevent a wipeout. Marsiling winning the second regu 15-9, 15-7, and then in the crunch third regu, it was Bartley who came up big time, 15-3, 15-6, to take the third regu and their place in the national finals. It meant a lot to those players. You can see the celebrations after the match. I think we'll see similar level of celebrations from one of these sides here by the end of this second semi-final. Much better serving from Mulyadi. 1-1 now in the second set of this first regu. Just a reminder, the first set going the way of Jurongville. 15-9. Yeah, it's Jurongville's turn to serve now, Darwisi. Well, just dipped in front of Arkish. He couldn't use his toes for that shot, just to try and scoop it up. The ball just died on him here again. So it comes into the commentary position, just behind the court, coming off Arkish. There's Jurongville running away with this one at the moment. 4-1. Darwizi into the far corner of the court. It's kept alive. And unfortunately for Rizvi, Takraw just falling on his side of the court with that attempted block. It was Mulyadi with that spike. It was blocked by Rizvi, but just fell on his side of the court. Conceding that point, 2-4. Good serve by Mulyadi, but it's kept alive well. Rizvi just helps it over the net. Mulyadi and Rizvi again. Fascinating battle at the net between those two. It's won on this occasion by Mulyadi. Closing the gap now on Jurongville in this second set. He's just run out of space there, Darwizi. Unfortunate for him. Those are the confines of the indoor sports hall we're in. Absolutely the same for all these players. We are, by the way, at Dunnan Secondary School, in case you're interested, which has been hosting the Sepaktakraw competition. Queensway made a good go of things here from being 4-2 down on Arkish, just losing his footing there. It's back to 5-all, but Queensway temporarily in the lead. Now we see into Arkish. of support there from Captain Hendry and Mulyadi. Hendry, number 5. They went from being in the lead to losing 3 consecutive points there on Jurongville's serve, taking full advantage of the service. It looked like the point was ordered to Queensway there. 6-7. And another one. Really going back and forth here. Nice and competitive between these two sides in the second set. Oh, that's a brilliant spike. Again by Rizvi. He's hammered it into Arkesh. There's nothing Arkesh could do in that situation, really. Rizvi, great strike. Arkesh, the instep, keeping it alive. Rizvi with another spike and another point for Jurongville. Nice and aggressive at the net, Rizvi. As mentioned earlier, has been very smart with his attacking play, varying his shots, sometimes going for power on the spikes, sometimes just a nice neat touch with the head. Oh, that's a good service by Darwisi, picking up an ace. Excellent placement on that serve by Darwisi. And they've used their serves well, Jurongville. They've racked up the points in these situations. Oh, nice little backspin. He's looking to try and kill the ball from Darwisi, but it's Mulyadi with a fantastic spike at the net. It's Queensway secondary, up to 8 now. To their credit, they've used their serves in this second set pretty well, just like Jurongville. Serve from Mulyadi just wide though. Bit of that commentator's curse coming to haunt Mulyadi. Much better serve. Rizvi. Oh! Excellent technique by Rizvi. That spike at the net. Again, wonderful elevation on it. Technique to get it back down again. It looked like a very difficult serve for Mulyadi. He's done incredibly well to get it across into Jurongville's side of the court. Nice little rally we've got here. Rizvi against Mulyadi once again. Is enough pressure from Rizvi on Mulyadi. Force him into an error. Darwisi ready to serve. 12-9. Arkesh looking to keep that one alive. Still in play here if you can get back across. Hendry. Difficult one really for him to deal with. Hendry was put in a spot of bother initially by Arkesh. Just couldn't quite rescue the situation, Hendry. 13-9 now to Jurongville. Set for Mulyadi. On and block again by Rizvi. Great defensive work at the net. This denies Mulyadi once more. Again, that battle between the two has been fascinating to watch, and we're just a point away now from Jurongville picking up a win in this first regu. 14-9. Jurongville to serve. No easy. They saved that set point. Queensway 10-14 now, and they've done pretty well on their serves. A chance to claw back a few points here, make things interesting. Rizvi keeps it alive. Rizvi at the net. Oh, that's such a great finish by Rizvi to seal it up. 15-10. Such intelligent play by Rizvi for Jurongville. Outstanding performance with his striking, with his spiking right at the net there. It's Jurongville that take the first regu, 15-9, 15-10. Queensway putting up a fight. The second regu that they're going to have to win now. We'll be right back for that very shortly indeed as the teams warm up. So stick with us. And we're back at Dunnan Secondary School for the second regu. First regu won comfortably by Jurongville. And to the crucial second regu here. Queensway looking for a way back into this game. Daniel Anaki with a good strong serve. Himself a point here. Return by Shaheh. Set up Rafiquddin for the spike. Alfian, number 8 for Queensway. Just gets it back across the net. Rafiquddin. Nice header. Point for Jurongville. A touch of the net there perhaps. From Putra Ahmad. Queensway's number 9. Far too long on the service there. Both these sides fighting it out in this second semi-final for the chance to play off against Bartley in the National B Division final. Bartley earlier on taking care of business against Marsiling Secondary School. It's a good tight contest between those two actually. With Bartley coming up tops in that one. Loser of this will come up against Marsiling in the 3rd and 4th placing playoff. Not the best of serves by Mohammad Shaheh, Jurongville's number 5. That's given Queensway a chance to draw themselves back on level terms. 3-all. This first set of the second regu. Excellent spike by Putra. Daniel Anaki with serve straight into the net there. It's these sorts of unforced errors. You want to try and limit these situations, giving the opposition easy points. You want to make your opposition just work for it. Well, Shaheh, I think, just misjudging the flight of that serve, thinking it was going to end up out of bounds. They just crept in within the boundaries of the court. It's 4-5, not for long. Five all now. A good serve by Shaheh. A little bit too long on that serve. Shaheh. I saw Jurongville in the first regu being very effective, very efficient with the service, winning points on their serve, and Rizvi, Jurongville's number 1 from that first regu, with an outstanding form at the net, both attacking and defensively. Six all here. First set of the second regu. Just as he connects with it, dragging his body across, dragging his foot across. It's always where the takraw was going to be headed into. Shaheh kept it alive. Nice spike at the net by Rafiquddin. Good contest this in the second regu between these two schools. Daniel Anaki, focused, concentration, at a good level. Need to get this one over Rafiquddin. That's a fantastic spike once again. Just inside, within the boundaries of the court. 9-6 now. Jurongville running away with it a little bit. Shaheh with the serve. Excellent serve by Shaheh. And Daniel Anaki can't quite get to We just heard a shout from the touchline, perhaps 4 in a row. Picking up those 4 points and another point. Cruising towards taking this first set now. It's 5-point lead for Jurongville. Starting to gain control of this one. It's a little bit overexcited perhaps with that service, Shahid. A good run of points though for Jurongville. It's back down to a 4-point set. And Queensway working their way back into this game. And Anaki with that serve. Coming off the instep of Mohammad Shahid. That's another brilliant serve by Daniel Anaki. Making really good use of the service here, Queensway. Clawing it back now, point after point. Shahid kept it alive, but it was Dama Sutra, the number 6, just heading it into the net. And the elevation that he would have liked, and suddenly Queensway from being 11-6 down at 11-10 here. And they've worked their way back onto level terms, 11-all. Incredible turnaround by Queensway Secondary. It's a credit to the second Regu keeping this set alive. Oh, Daniel Anaki. Again, another really good serve by Mohammad Shahid. Making it difficult for Queensway's Daniel Anaki to keep that alive. Should be encouraged by their performance here though, Queensway Secondary. They've made it very tight, very interesting, nice and competitive. Hit it across, and that attempted block by Rafiquddin judged to have been a fault. Point going the way of Queensway, and again 12-all. Fascinating first set of this second Regu that we've had. It looked at one point like Jurongville were going to run away with it, but Queensway was saying no dice. They pulled themselves back on level terms, and now they're in the lead. Jurongville have just lost control of this, for the moment anyway. Umpire having a word, just making sure that the contact is made with the ground on surface. And just as the umpires had a word with Anaki, might have just thrown him off his focus a little bit. Got him overthinking about his technique now. Just to make sure he keeps in contact. That standing foot, the ground, much better serve from Daniel Anaki. Rafiquddin. It's going well wide. He's got no control there. Rafiquddin's back is facing the opposition, and he's really got to contort his body to get the proper form in there. And Queensway 1 point away from taking the first set of the second Regu. What a comeback. Oh, it's a great block. Fantastic block at the net by Rafiquddin. Comes up against Putra Ahmad. Looking to try and kill it off with the strike. Deuce here, 14-all. Need to win it by a 2-point gap. On the way to that, 15-14. Alternating serve on every point. Need to win the game. Rafiquddin. Oh, it's kept alive well by Daniel Anaki initially, but he just doesn't get the right sort of connection as he tries to send it across. Valiant fight back by Queensway, and a good performance in this first set. That second Regu should give them hope going into the second set. Very crucial second set for them. They need to find their way back into this match. Otherwise, it's Jurongville. They're going to be headed into the National B Division finals. But they were run close in that first set. 16-14, Jurongville coming away with the win in that first one. He's having a bit of a laugh there, the coach and his players. Think maybe looking for a bit of water. Well, after almost losing out on that first set, let's see Jurongville's coach here, Mohammad Said in Sarpin, making sure they stay in control of this one. It's always good to see the student athletes having a little bit of fun. It's important that they enjoy themselves, playing their favorite sport. Good to see a smile on their faces as well. Ahmad Shahi is having a bit of a mess about with the camera. Want to maintain his focus here ahead of a important second set in this second regu. It's not all business, is it? Fun and games at times as well. It's, as I said, really important to see the student athletes enjoying themselves. Part of overall, hopefully their overall holistic development. Sport and very important part for child's development. It was good to see these guys having some fun as well. Time to get serious now. Second set. It's Queensway. Get off to a good start early on. Very strong serve by Ahmad Shahi. Damasutra sets it for Rafiquddin. Putra Ahmad. Just perhaps thrown off a little bit by the presence of Rafiquddin at the net. Putra with a spike going straight into the net there. Putra. Good block, attempt to block by Putra, but there's enough on it from Rafiquddin's spike there. Deflecting off Putra's back, out of bounds, and a point to Jurongville. Helped along really well there by Damasutra with that header. Just put it into a corridor of uncertainty. And Alfian, number 8 from Queensway, couldn't quite react to that. Daniel Anaki with the serve once again. That goes well wide against these simple points that they're losing to the opposition. Queensway's coach Ahmad bin Tapri on the touchline. Not too happy with the quality of that serve. I'll have to do it again. Well, a point given to Jurongville again. There's that contact point on the service, not quite right by Daniel Anaki. Received a warning from the umpire in the first set. Seemed to affect his technique a little bit. And I decided that enough was enough, no more warnings. Awarded the point to Jurongville, 5-1 now. Good rally that we had. after that point. Rafikuddin smashed it into the net. Shahi kept alive with the instep. It's headed back across the net really well by Putra Ahmad. It was set up nicely by Alfian. So he had to direct his header away from the block, which he did. Tarianaki, Alfian, Putra, Rafikuddin, Shahi, back to Rafikuddin. Alfian, eyes on the ball, nice and focused, but it just overhit that one. He was looking for the set. Just looking to set Putra Ahmad up for a strike. Just overhit the set. And allowed Rafikuddin to then attack the takraw and score the point. It's it over the net now. Rafikuddin. Another good strike by Rafikuddin. And spiking it well at the net. Serve by Tarianaki. They've done well, Jurongville. To get it back across. Putra Ahmad. Looked like it was just in there. Brilliant finish by Putra Ahmad. Was in play, was the right call. 8-4. Jurongville still with that 4-point cushion. Just turned into a 5-point cushion very quickly. Working their way very quickly to what could be a place in the finals of the National Sepaktakraw B Division competition. Bartley Secondary School await the winners of this one. Putra, plenty of power and ambition behind that strike from Putra, but couldn't just get the direction right, unfortunately. 10-5, Jurongville, 5 points away. So good return, sets up for Rafikuddin. Doesn't need to make contact with that. Nice header across by Putra. Rafik with a chance to finish it. And he does exactly that. Nicely for him, just needed to make a little bit of contact away from the block of Putra. Just touched it away from him. Alfian couldn't quite get to the takraw in time. He's just got to send it on his own, Shahi. 2 touches on his own. Rafikuddin with the header. Alfian forced to react. And they can't react well enough. Alfian and Daniel Anaki getting caught out by that header. Clever header from Rafikuddin. 12-5. They're close now, Jurongville. They're close to a place in the national finals here. They can feel it. They can sense it. But we've seen a comeback from Queensway as we saw in that first set. That's a point to them. Serve just in. Again, it's Shahi just misjudging the flight of the service once more. Second time he's done that in this match. Loose point on the service. Again, hints of perhaps a comeback from Queensway. Remember the first set saw it go to 16-14. Queensway clawed themselves back into a wonderful position to get themselves back on level terms, keep the first set alive. Could they be doing the same here? Well, they're on their way. They certainly are. 12-8 now. Jurongville in such a position of strength. Are they going to let this one slip again? Giving Queensway that encouragement to get themselves back into this. Daniel Anaki. Putra. Just has to get it back across over the net. Rafiquddin. It's a point to Queensway. Clawing themselves back here. (9-12). Daniel Anaki. Queensway secondary. On the up. 10-12. 10-12. Tell you what, their comeback is on once again. Incredibly, Queensway secondary are turning it on when it matters. Jurongville looked like in such a strong position. They've allowed Queensway to just put the pressure on, get themselves back into this. A crucial second set here. Queensway need to win this set to keep things alive for themselves. Rafiquddin. Bit of miscommunication there, almost. The nerve starting to creep in perhaps. Putra just heads it back across. Simple enough. Rafiquddin. Well, the shot selection there was a little bit strange from Rafiquddin. It's causing a bit of panic here. Muhammad Syed bin Sarpin, Jurongville's coach, has sensed that and he's called a timeout. Queensway, I mean, it's been an incredible comeback here in this second set as well. The first set, well, they came back from the deficit that they did. It's a credit to them. Jurongville were able to finally see it out, score the points that they needed, pick up the first set 16-14. This set is a must win here for Queensway, and they're making a fight of it. They certainly are. Can be really proud of themselves. Alfian Putra and Daniel Anaki, character that they showed in both these sets. They come back from deficits, big deficits, positions that you would have thought the opposition would have been in control and was seeing it out, running away with it, opening up the gaps in terms of the points. But they've gotten themselves back to within striking distance here once again. The pressure building on Jurongville. Second regu to try and see this one out. First regu was won by Jurongville, 15-9, 15-10. Turn of the second regu, see if they can kill this match off, send them into the finals. It's excellent by Queensway once again. 12 all, incredibly. They've drawn themselves back on level terms. 12 all. This match finally poised. Daniel Anaki with a lovely return. They've kept it alive. Celebrating a little bit too early. Queensway. Shahi just sends it back across for Queensway to deal with. Alfian setting up Putra. And that's just wide there though. But it's wonderful work by Jurongville, and a lot of credit has to go to Dama Sutra for not giving up on that, and Shahi as well. Queensway at one point thought they'd actually taken the point in that one. Forced to keep it alive, and Jurongville getting the reward for their endeavor, keeping that alive. Alfian. Putra. 13 all. Very dramatic second set that we've got here between Jurongville and Queensway. It could be a crucial error there. A point away from winning this. Jurongville. Can they keep their cool? Can they keep their composure and concentration? Shahi has just lost control of that. Should have just sent it over early. Decided to hang on to it. The deuce now once again. 14 all. Need to win by 2 clear points here. Up until first to the first to 17, and lovely service. Fantastic service by Daniel Anaki. 15-14 now. They're in a position to go on and win this set. Naki. Alfian will look to try and set up Putra. No, set doesn't quite work out. It's Jurongville's turn on the attack now. Oh, it's an excellent header. Excellent header. by Rafiquddin. Gets the point, 15 all. Nice rally there. Very tense situation. Things finally poised here. Rafiquddin has done incredibly well. He's given a very difficult job by Damasutra with that set. Rafiquddin kept it alive wonderfully once again. Alfian sets up Putra. Oh, it's come off the back of Rafiquddin, and Queensway secure another point here. This is it then. Set point for Queensway. 15-16. Jurongville serving to save the set. Putra, Shahi. There's a fault there, and a point for Jurongville. Up to 17. Next point wins. Just need one more. Either of these sides just need one more to win this set. High tension, high drama. Daniel Anaki. It's Queensway's serve. Alfian has kept that alive really well. Oh, it's unfortunate for Queensway. Daniel Anaki, who's played so well, performed so well for them, couldn't quite keep that in play. A very encouraging display by Queensway secondary, though. They've made it very interesting indeed in this second regu. It's Jurongville that pick up a win, picking up the second regu as well after winning the first 15-9, 15-10. Second regu was much tighter than that. And Queensway's second regu, impressive performance, but just not quite enough. 16-14, 17-16, and we've got your finalists here as Jurongville Secondary School make it into the finals of the National B Division Boys Sepaktakraw competition. And what a final that will be, against familiar opposition in the form of Bartley Secondary School. They were in the same group in the quarterfinals. Jurongville lost out to Bartley in one of their quarterfinal matches, but they did finish top of that group. So a chance for a little bit of revenge against two quality Sepaktakraw sides. Remember to keep up to date with all that's going on in National School Sports Games at go.gov.sg/NSG for action like this. Lots going on. Keep up to date by following us on that website. I hope you've enjoyed our of the two semi-finals we've had today in the Sepaktakraw B Division competition. It's Jurongville against Bartley in the grand final, and it's Queensway against Marsiling in the third and fourth placing. So finals will be coming up in a few days' time. Can look forward to Jurongville and Bartley pitting themselves against each other. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the competition. We'll see you again soon.